Hey there, beautiful brains. Welcome back to the Wise Mindset Guy podcast, the show where we feed your mind bite-sized knowledge nuggets with a side of good vibes. I'm your host, Nat Plastina, your caffeine-powered tour for today. Today, we're diving into a topic that's more annoying than your in-laws. Stress. Yeah, that unwelcome guest who shows up uninvited, eats all your mental snacks, and leaves your brain in shambles. But what if I told you that stress is kind of a drama queen? That stress, my friends, might be less about what's actually happening and more about how we see what's happening. That's right. Today's big idea, stress, is based on perception. And guess what? That means we've got more control than we think. So, cue the I got this sticky notes because we're about to break this down and give you tools to feel more calm, cool, and collected. So let's set the scene for a moment. Imagine you're in traffic, the kind of traffic that makes snails look like sports cars. You're late for work, your coffee's spilled, and someone just cut you off while flipping you the bird. Classic Tuesday, right? Your heart is pounding, your jaw's clenched, and your inner voice is shouting, "Why me?" Now, hit pause. Let's imagine the exact same scenario, but this time you're driving to a concert of your favorite band. You're still stuck in traffic, still late, still coffee soaked, still getting one finger salutes. And now you're like, hey, it's fine. At least I'm not at work. You even chuckle a bit when the guy flips you off. Same situation, totally different stress levels. I mean, in this situation, like when I'm recording this podcast, my phone is going off, it's buzzing, but it's okay. No stress, just all about perception. So what's going on here? Why does your brain act like a toddler who skipped nap time one moment and then suddenly a Zen monk the next? Well, let's nerd out for a sec. You ready? Stress is the body's natural response to a perceived threat. Emphasis on perceived. Your brain can't always tell the difference between a bear chasing you and your boss emailing you saying, "Can we talk?" with no context. And honestly, in some cases, the bear sounds less terrifying. What this means is your stress response isn't necessarily reacting to reality. It's reacting to your interpretation of reality. Now, that can be frustrating because we like to think we're logical beings who see the world as it is. But plot twist, we're actually meaning-making machines. We interpret, we assume, we create entire Netflix series-length stories in our heads about what someone might mean. I haven't gotten a reply in 3 hours. They must hate me. I stumbled over my words. I'm a complete failure. The barista spelled my name wrong. Again, I have no identity. So, but if stress is based on our interpretation, that means we can change our response by changing how we interpret what's happening, which, my friend, is both empowering and slightly annoying. So, how do we actually do this? How do we shift our perception in a way that generally calms us down, instead of just pretending everything's fine while quietly dying inside? Let me give you 3 ideas to hack your perception and show your stress response. Ready? Let's roll. These ideas I picked up from different sources. So let's go. One is called the reframe game. This is a classic. Something stressful happens. Ask yourself, what else could this mean? Or how else can I see this? You missed the bus. Maybe the universe just saved you from an awkward, encounter with someone you don't like. Got critical feedback. Maybe it's an invitation to grow, not really a personal attack. You burnt your toast? Well, that one's just a little bit sad, but hey, now your smoke alarm actually works. Reframing isn't about toxic positivity. It's not about pretending bad stuff is good. It's about opening the lens a bit wider so you're not trapped in tunnel vision panic mode. And tip 2 is label the feeling. Here's a fun fact. Studies show that when you name your emotion, your brain actually starts to calm down. It's called affect labeling, and it works like emotional magic. So next time you're freaking out, say, I'm feeling anxious, or I'm overwhelmed right now. Don't judge it. Don't try to fix it immediately. Just name it. That moment of mindfulness creates space between you and your emotion and helps shift your brain out of panic mode. Think of it like saying to your brain, hey, buddy, I see you. Thanks for trying to protect me. Let's take a break. Tip 3 is perspective zoom out. Imagine you're holding a problem right up to your face, like really close. It feels huge, and then imagine slowly pulling it back. Suddenly you can see the edges. It's not infinite, it has context. So ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, a year? What would I tell a friend in this situation? Zooming out helps shrink the perceived threat. It reminds you that most things aren't as big or catastrophic as they feel in the moment. And if all else fails, remember this, somewhere out there, someone is stressing over whether they left the stove on while driving to work. So you're doing okay. At the end of the day, stress is part of being human. But the power move, the level up moment, is realizing that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can control how we interpret it. You're not at the mercy of every little blip on the radar. You're the one holding the binoculars, and that means you can adjust the view. So next time stress knocks on your door, instead of letting it crash on your mental couch for 3 days, eating ice cream, try asking it, hey, are you real? Or are you just how I'm seeing things today? And if the answer is just perception, then well, you've got options. And that is where the power lives. Thanks for hanging out with me today on the Wise Mindset Guy podcast. If this episode shifted your perspective or gave you a laugh, pass it along to a friend who could use a little less stress and a little more clarity. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and most importantly, be kind to that wonderful brain of yours. You're doing better than you actually think. Until next time, stay curious, stay calm. I will see you in the next episode. Ciao for now.